Mr. Adani has to pay the Indian government, and this is public money. The biggest NPA, trapeze artist in the PSUs, is Gautam Adani. He's jumping from one end to the other end, and the Prime Minister flies in his plane. I've seen him. He's written Adani. I'll show you a picture. How is it that someone like Adani, who has to pay 1 lakh crores in 2017 to the Indian government, is let off, and a farmer who has just got to pay you 3,000 rupees per month is put in jail? Why no blank checks from Mr. Adani? Anil Ambani, Reliance Com, and these are Gujarat companies, 45,000 crores to be paid to the Indian government. 45,000 crores. Why no blank checks from him? Why not arm twist him? You arm twisted Sahara Shri and he paid the money. You said Malia here and he paid some of the money. You also reprimanded Reliance and they paid. But here, Mr. Anil Ambani has to pay 45,000 crores. And how come in the Rafale deal, a company which was bankrupt by 7,500 crores, how come Mr. Narendra Modi went to France and bought the offset partner rights for him? And how come France bought a 10 rupees worth share of his company for 1100 rupees? That is the story, my dear friends. 10 रुपए का शेयर अनिल अंबानी जी की कंपनी का डसॉल्ट ने 1100 रुपए में खरीदा. It is shocking, right? And the SR Group has to pay 37,284 crores. They are Gujarat companies. Bhuvan Steel, 44,478 crores. Alok Industries, 22,000 crores, was bought by Reliance for just 5,000 crores. Just 5,000 crores. This is what they're doing. Reliance was allotted 1,240 acres of land for 40 crores for a cement plant. 1,240 acres of land for 40 crores for a cement plant. Can you imagine? After 3 months, no cement plant came up and Reliance sold that land for 4,800 crores. Which is a profit of 47,000 crores. Now, when a farmer takes a loan, he has to return it in 5 years. Or maybe 6 years. Maybe 4 years. But when you come to the Ambanis and Adanis, a special scheme is introduced for them, 5 into 25. You don't return that money in 5 years, you return it in 25 years. 5 into 25, this is what they're doing. They restructured their loans and gave them this special facility. Mr. Modi set up a plant in Jharkhand which is in a loss of 7,500 crores. He went to Bangladesh specially to sell Mr. Adani's electricity, which is normally sold at 3 rupees, for 5 rupees, 6 rupees in Bangladesh. Went to Russia with Mr. Ambani and got him a contract, and he went to 16 countries for these big fat contracts to these big corporates. Got him a contract of $6 billion US dollars. Defense deal from Russia, am I right? $6 billion US dollars, which is 4,15,000 crores. The kind of money that I'm talking about is huge. This is public money. This is hard-earned money of the people of India. 15,000 crores worth loan of the 2 companies of Adani Power Maharashtra and Adani Power Rajasthan has been refinanced under this scheme, 5 into 25. Don't worry, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay, no problem. How can this happen without connivance? How can this ever happen without the connivance? Now I'm coming to the government. See, the Congress government has also waived off loans. And the BJP government has also waived off loans. Now the difference is that the BJP government has waived off loans to the 0.1% big corporates. You can count them on your fingers. And the Congress government has waived off loans of poor farmers. I will show it to you. I will prove it to you on paper. You see, during the Manmohan Singh government, the UPA government, now see the increase. How they have benefited these rich people. Now see the difference. And that is why I say that Modi's promises are like a bamboo tree. Very tall, but hollow inside. Rahul Gandhi is like the sugar cane. Says what he does, andar se bhi meetha meetha, bahar se bhi meetha meetha. Sweet from inside, sweet from outside. Now here it is. Now this is the comparison. Do you know the UPA government, 87,329 crores was waived off for the corporates, big corporates. And 72,000 crores was waived off for the poor farmer. This is the situation of the Manmohan Singh government, and the NPAs which I talked about was 2 lakh crores. That the monies that were taken from the banks which stood in the bank's name and were not supposed to come back was 2 lakh crores. Now here is what the NDA government does, Modi government does. They waived off 3,92,765 crores loan of big corporates, big corporate houses in 4.5 years. Farmers, zero. Farmers, zero. Not a single penny. And the NPA rose from 2 lakh crores. And this is just the private banks, the public sector banks, 10,25,000 crores. From 2 lakh crores to 10,25,000 crores. Loan for farmers, zero. Sardar Manmohan Singh, 87,000 crores. This is the RTI information that I have. This is the RBI information that I have got, that 30,000 crores of non-financial institutions, which is mostly Maharashtra, almost 80% for the BJP government in Maharashtra, 30,000 crores of NPAs has risen over there. This is urban cooperative banks. This is separate from what I spoke about. The non-financial institutions, if you count, it is not 10,25,000 crores, it's almost 17 to 18 lakh crores, which people have taken. People like Nirav Modi, people like Mallya have taken with consummate ease and not returning to the government of India. Kuch to dal mein kala hai. Kuch to connivance hai. It cannot be a mere incident or a coincidence that almost 18 lakh crores has gone from the public sector banks. They're down and out. And the same is, you know, the institutions. Institutions like the BSNL, they have property of almost 5,50,000 crores. Property of 5,50,000 crores. They have come down to a loss of 7,000 crores. Yearly loss. And Jio Dandanadan, for whom the Prime Minister advertises, has gone to a profit of 913 crores. They're planning the same thing over here. A property of 5,50,000 crores, show it in bad debt and sell it off to Reliance. This is what the plan is. This is what is happening in India. And this is public money. And that is why I say this is what is anti-national. See, the day demonetization Demonetization is announced. Not even the finance minister of India knows about it. And the very next day, the Prime Minister is advertising for Paytm. Here he is. Hasta hua nurani chehra. Kali zulfe rang sunehra. Here he is. How did that happen? How come the press knew before that? You have to book a space. 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, he announces. And in the morning, every paper has this ad of Paytm. And who's Paytm? It's Reliance.
No, it's RSS and BJP linked.
It is RSS BJP linked up, obviously, and you know they're linked to the big companies. Okay, here it is. All right, now they talk of the GDP. That is so shocking. It's amazing that the GDP in 2017-18 was 7.2, 2016-17 was 8.2. And this is the year when demonetization happened. And 90% of the money is in the informal sector, black money. 85% of the money was taken out of the Indian economy. And how come the economy is growing at 8.2%? This is the best year of the government, where 85% of the money was taken away. And I will prove it to you that the GST collection has gone down by 1 lakh crores. Monthly target, which is 1 lakh. Here, the GST collection going down has not even once met the monthly target of 1 lakh 6,000 crores. Not even once. Job loss. This is an amazing statistic. In 5 years, China's GDP is not 8.2. China's GDP is 6.2. China produces 7 million jobs, 6.5 million jobs. 65, sorry, 65, so that's 6.5 million. 65 million jobs, sorry, 65 million jobs, which is how much? 65 million jobs in 5 years. India said 2 crore jobs per year, has produced 8 lakh jobs in 5 years. This is how the GDP grows. 65 million. 1 million is 10 lakhs. So how much is 65 millions? Now you see the magnitude of the jobs that come up in China. 35,000 jobs per day. 35,000 jobs per day. And India lost 1 crore 10 lakh jobs in the last year. That is NSSO, their own figures. Demonetization alone took away 35 lakh jobs. So how come China, which grows at 6.2,